Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brantley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Lagos Reunion Part 2. Well, it starts off with the host asking the ladies which if he was a housewife, which housewife would he be? Some of the ladies say he'd be Miriam, and some of the ladies said he'd be a mixture of a few of the ladies on the cast. Then he asked Caroline, um, what did she think of who he would be, and Caroline said, "Just be somebody new. I want a bitch, please." I want. That's what I'm talking about. She want to come on as somebody new because she's saying these bitches are boring. So they move on with. So they move on from there. Uh, okay, so they move on from there with. Then they showed a few clips of Toy and Kiyomi of their styles and what went on during the season of, to leading up to that little beef that went on at the paint and sip to everything. He ended up asking Kiyomi about what did she mean about there's no comparison. And Kiyomi said, well, there ain't no comparisons between neither one of us because, right, for one, she's a designer, and for one, she wear crayons. She wear crayons as an outfit. I wouldn't do that because that's not that's not a design or a style that I would do. So that's why I said there was no comparisons. That way, bitch, please, girl. You just coming for her hard. It's like, Kiyomi went on her. Kiyomi got in it. Kiyomi said, that's what I meant by that. Um, Excuse me. So after that, she was saying that she also said that Tori's style is very different from mine, and she said her style is very different also, and she said that I like to look good at all times. And so there's no reason for me not to look good. I wasn't even thinking about her or even looking or checking for her during the whole time of the show to see what she was wearing or anything else to be concerned about us being compared or trying to upstage her or anything. So she said, yeah, that's why I said there was no comparisons overall. This when Toy want to say, so you did say that there was a comparisons and this and that, and Kiyomi said, when did I say that? Because I never once said. You said that at Lawrence fashion show. Shwayne, no, I did not. Shwayne, you said that back there that you wanted me, because during the fashion show at Lawrence Fashion Show, you wanted me to design you some clothes, and you wanted this and that, and I was showing you outfits and this and that, and all this stuff. You wanted me to show this, and Kiyomi said no. Don't try to blame that on me. You ain't doing the show. You were doing that on your own. So you were showing your own designs doing her show. I didn't tell you to do that. So I asked you about designing some outfits since you all of a sudden since you say you don't like my style and how I dress. I was just trying to since you don't like the style of how I dress, I just wanted to I was trying to get your opinion on. I just wanted you to design me something so I can fit what you wanted me to put on or to present of what you wanted me to present or be like because you had a problem with what I was wearing. I was like, girl, Kiyomi came to slay. She didn't come to play with that hoe. She came to slay her. So so they going back and forth. Toy trying to this when Toy started lying. Toy was like, no, 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 that ain't it, that ain't it, that ain't it. I showed you because you wanted, and then Kiyomi said, like, showing first of all because you didn't even help Lauren. Where Lauren wanted you to help her with her designs for her fashion show. You was supposed to help her. She asked you to help her, and you decided not to help the girl. And she ain't had nothing to say. She said that no that ain't true. That she kind of paused for a minute, and then she kind of like no that ain't true. That ain't true. So what are you talking about? I'm like ooh. So so this made Toy even madder. So Toy going off, they going back and forth. They arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The host couldn't even get a chance to get in to try to interrupt it or anything. So they keep going and whatever. And so Kiyomi said, "You just jealous. Sure, you jealous. That's all it is. Sure, that's all it is. You're jealous. Sure, I don't know why, but you're jealous." Sure, what I'm jealous of. What I'm jealous of. What I'm jealous of. Cause how I'm gonna be jealous if I made you some designer shoes, some designer boots for the bad trip. How can I be jealous? Sweetie, to be honest, just because you made her some designer shoes, meaning she paid for them shoes. Meaning you can be jealous either way. It don't matter. You got paid. Money is money. You gonna get your money regardless. So you designing anything for her, she paid you for that. So what are you talking about? Stop acting stupid, Toy. So Toy going like, yeah. So like, Kiyomi said, you jealous. That's all to it. You're jealous. She was like Kiyomi stood her ground and everything. So Toy like kept going. They going back and forth, back and forth. So Mariam was like, we need to cut. Mariam said like, this is it. We just gonna cut to it. Mariam said like, cut. Let's move on to something else. And the host like, thank you. We moving on. But Toy wanted to keep on arguing with the girl. Toy like, useless person. Said useless person after they was getting ready to move on. So Kiyomi's there like, what? Jealous. So they keep going. So Miriam end up leaving the stage and stuff. And then they going at it. And Toy like, so Toy get up and no, hold up. Before that, so the host ended up saying, Miriam, come back to the stage. We getting ready to move on. So he ended up getting up to go get Miriam to bring her back to the stage. So Toy still going. And so Kiyomi like, what? Kiyomi like, you just jealous. You're jealous. I don't know why you're jealous. And so she came up like and got in. So she got into Kiyomi's face and she tried to swing on Kiyomi. So they had the guards and stuff had to get up and come in. So it's like Ayabo is holding on to Kiyomi, and the guards and stuff got Toy, and Toy's husband finally came up with that mask on, and she like, Kiyomi said, what's your issue, girl? What's your issue? Because she like, you got a problem for nothing. You got a problem for nothing. Excuse me, you got a problem for nothing. I don't know why you doing all this. Because you're jealous. You jealous over what? Because you're lying. All you do is say you're a liar. And she went, I ain't none of care. So they had to, her husband get her off the stage. She went, I ain't none of Caroline or Lauren. It's like, girl, please. Girl, you ain't had, because you can't do nothing with Kiyomi. Kiyomi was sitting there looking pretty and gorgeous. She did not move one bit. She wasn't scared of you at all. Like, you saying you not Caroline or Lauren. What that supposed to mean? You are nobody. Like she said. You're jealous, and you're jealous. Plain and simple. Nothing else. So, they end up taking a 2-hour break because Toy going off like, she don't want these problems. I was like, girl, shut up. You ain't gonna do nothing. Because you didn't have a big storyline this whole season. It seemed like half of you women up here, all y'all mad at one woman. If it wasn't Lauren, y'all mad at Caroline. And y'all all look stupid because Caroline looking at y'all like y'all some dummies. Like the queen has came and she had wrecked the palace. And the queen is still at her throne. Looking pretty. And these hoes looking a hot ass mess with a messed up ass little stank ass face. And Kiyomi looking like a lost puppy without her best friend. Without her bestie. Her close bestie, Caroline. So we move on from there. Uh, we move on from there, excuse me. We move on from there. They come back to after the 2 hours. The host said like, so everything, we're gonna move on now. So they end up moving on to okay, they end up moving on to stuff that went down after that. They end up moving on to oh, okay. Okay, so they end up moving on from there. So the host ended up coming back and everything, and they moved on to they moved on to the clips of Caroline and Kiyomi relationship, their friendship and everything, and how the friendship, went from good to bad and stuff. And they came back to them. They asked Kiyomi how she felt. How did the friendship start off? Kiyomi said the friendship started off good. We ended up connecting from the first day and everything. And we ended up just really bonded after the first day and had a lot in common. And Caroline said the same thing, that we really calm. She's a sweet person and everything. And we just got along. Then they moved on to end up asking what was the red flags of the friendship and stuff. Caroline said Kiyomi, when like the red flags was for her, the red flags were when she said the red flags for her was when was the lying and stuff. She said when she told her something about Lauren that Lauren told her, and she told it in an argument. That was one of the red flags. It was just a line that was for her. So Caroline said he asked her about the red flags, and Caroline said she wasn't really looking for no red flags when it came to Kiyomi. She said she wasn't looking for any red flags when it came to her, when it came to Kiyomi at all, because we were friends, and I wasn't looking for any to begin with, so I can't say that there were any red flags at all. So that's all that she said. So this went they showed they move on from there. They showed clips of the Dubai trip and the issues that went on during Dubai. The host then asked Miriam about the kids' room, and she talked about she's still mad about the kids' room because she won the contest and she was supposed to get the next biggest room to Toy and stuff. But she said the biggest thing about the room was the bathroom and something else. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, she moved on from there. Then the host asked Ayabo about the Lauren issue and about that thing that came up at the fight that happened with Kiyomi and Caroline, before Kiyomi and Caroline fought, got into their big argument. So they ended up talking. Ayabo ended up saying that on the boat trip when Kiyomi and Caroline got on the boat, she noticed that Caroline was not in a good mood or whatever, and she noticed that something had went on between her bumping into Toy's conversation or something. But then she said that there was supposedly, from her words, she said that there was Caroline going off with the production and everybody being nasty towards them and saying that she wasn't doing the show anymore and she ready to go home and all this other stuff. And so she was going to check on her at they room at Kiyomi and Caroline room, and when she went in there, that's when everything happened. So it's like this gave us a backstory of what really happened that night, and I'm like, so you still kind of mad even now at this reunion because of that. It's like, so you brought yourself, because you consider yourself like a mother of all the ladies, and you brought yourself into something that did not concern you at all. Like, you've been minding your business, you this whole season mostly, but you concern yourself into something that it did not have nothing to do with you, and you got what you should have gotten, I believe, because you involved yourself in something. Because she talked about the billionaires club that night. Caroline took them there. She was still upset about what happened the night before, and it was like, to me, you brought everything that happened. All you brought that on yourself, and you said that when she apologized to you more than once with gifts and everything. And she said, for me, when a person apologizes to me, it takes time for me to get over it and process it. And then after I process it, then I can finally settle it and get over it, you know, and stuff. And she said, because Kiyomi told her that when Caroline apologized to her the first time, Kiyomi told her that that wasn't sincere. So she was pissed off and stuff. Instead of you going to Caroline and actually talking to Caroline and finding out for yourself that that was not true, you believing what somebody else told you. And that's what it seemed like all y'all do on this show is believe something else somebody else told you instead of going to that person. So, she told that, and then Caroline ended up speaking, and Caroline told her, like, first of all, I want to say sincerely, first of all, I really did truly apologize to you, and that was 100% truly from the bottom of my heart that I am truly sorry for what I did and how I came at you. That was 100% true, and I understand that it's going to take you a while to get over and process it, and that's fine. You know, that's it. So, after that, okay, so after that, Miriam said she had a gift for Caroline, and the gift was that she was giving back a gift that Caroline gave her. After the dinner that she had, Caroline gave her a gift. So she giving this gift back, and Caroline asked her, like, what's this gift? The host, Caroline said, what is this? Like, oh, she went, oh, this, the host opened it for her because she couldn't open it. So she went, oh, she went, you didn't want it? She went, it's fine that you gave it back to me. And she went, it don't bother me, but okay. I'm like, ho, you don't give back gifts? It's like, what's wrong with these hoes? You don't give back no gifts. And she was giving away Prada, Gucci. It's like, bitch, you don't give back a gift? I don't care if you pissed off or nothing. So she said, I give her back the gift because there was my party was supposed to happen. Her party was supposed to happen a couple of weeks before, but it didn't happen because a king in her area son had passed. So her whole street was blocked off. So the second time, when the party did happen, she said Kiyomi told her that Caroline didn't want her to come. That Caroline said you need to watch what you eat or drink, because, they may be putting spells on you and this and that. And Caroline, like, what? That's what she told you? She's like, I'm talking. She's like, let me finish. Caroline, okay. So And then like, when you come from my family, she like, so when you come from my family, I don't play like that. I'm like, girl, Miriam, shut up. Shut up. You sound just like Toy, Lauren, and the rest of these hoes on this stage. Girl, if you was about that life and about all that, you would have did something when she came on the stage. You would have straight up just bopped her. You wouldn't have gave her back her shit. I would have kept her shit and would have bopped her. And better yet, you should have just called her and asked her about it, because you got her number, and asked her if this was true. So, Caroline said, so Caroline, you should be asking. Caroline says, I didn't say that. So you should be asking the person that told you that. Because them is their words, not mine. Because if I got anything to say to you, I say it to your face. And I'm like, oh, bitch. Ooh. Miriam kept on talking about it. And so Caroline asked Kiyomi, like, did you tell her this? And so Kiyomi went, let her speak. Let her finish speaking. I'm like, girl, you lying. I said, so it don't even matter if she did say that or not. Why would you even go tell her that? So you are just, for y'all friendship and everything, to me, it's a 50-50 why y'all friendship ended. It's not a one-sided thing. It's not you blaming her and saying that she had beef with everybody in this group. It's a 50-50 why you and her are not friends anymore. And it's sad. Because I liked it, y'all friendship. But that's the end of that. So, moving on from there. Let me get it. So after Miriam got finished talking, Caroline was getting ready to talk, and Caroline was getting ready, Caroline said, better get, just I'm gonna let Kiyomi defend herself. She like, I'm gonna stop talking. So Kiyomi started talking, and Kiyomi was saying, like, I told her this because it was told, because she did say that, she was saying that she said, I told her that because that is what Caroline told me and stuff, and I know it may be going against the friend code, but the host went, yeah, that's going against the friend code, because I'm like, you said in your confession on one of the episodes that you do not tell nothing from any of your friends, even if y'all not cool anymore. You do not tell nothing that they have told you, and you have told a lot, and Caroline has told a lot too. They don't have a problem when y'all was on a trip in Dubai and stuff was spilled out during there, but this stuff was told after the fact. So yeah. So she tried to defend herself and whatever. Okay, so they move on from there. So Caroline, so they move on from there and stuff. So they had to end up wrapping it up after that, because it's getting too long, and they wasted 2 hours. So it had to end. So he ended up going around, the host ended up going around, asking the ladies about what they got going on. So he started with Toy. Toy says she got a new book coming out. She's doing a master class. She did one already. She's doing another one. Yeah, that's about it. Miriam said family, working on new businesses. Ayabo says she's doing more productions, TikTok, clothing, and new adventures. Lauren says she's gonna get into acting, and Caroline said you should go ahead and do that. Caroline said you would be good at that. Oh, and she would, cause the line backstabbing and everything that she did on the show, yes, she would be good for acting. She got the chops for it. And she's up to trying to try new stuff. Kiyomi says she's expanding her law firm, uh, starting starting new businesses, focusing on her family, dating. They asked Caroline what she up to. Caroline said he asked her what she was up to, some of the things about the show and stuff, and she said, she one thing that she learned from the show was that salt looks like sugar, bitch. That explained a lot. I went, yes, it does. Salt do look like sugar, cause all them bitches up there look like salt, and it looked like sugar, cause they sure did look like some sugar, but they sure was salt, all of them, baby. That's what she said. She said she learned another thing that she learned was she would learn to pull people aside and talk to them one on one when something is really bothering her. Another thing is not to dread when things are bothering her, is to confront the problem then and there instead of dreading on it. She said her family, more projects and stuff like that is what she's working on. That's all that happened. The show ended up ending after that. The ladies ended up taking drinks and stuff and ending out the reunion. Overall, it was a good show, good reunion. Part two. Um, Miriam did too much. Toy did too much. Like, Mary and Toy did the most for no reason. I said they wanted to make a scene for I don't know why. I said I don't know why the host did not ask that he should have asked Miriam about Toy and their friendship, because I said the simple fact is you so worried about Caroline and what supposedly Caroline has said. You should have been worrying about your friendship with Toy, because Toy said you ain't her friend. She said them out of her mouth. Just like Lauren said, Toy ain't her friend. She said you ain't her friend. But you still friends with her. And you look stupid to be friends with that hoe. But that's all that happened. It's your boy Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, share on all social medias, and I'll holler back at y'all later. See ya.